So solve and justify. Justify just means plug your solution back in. I'm not necessarily going to do that, but just know that you should know how to do it for doing it on a test or whatever. So let's refresh our memory. The first thing we do is, of course, get rid of that 7. You got 2/3 x equals 12. Now, fractions are yucky to divide by. And we certainly wouldn't want to put it into a decimal because that wouldn't give us the right answer. So how do you get rid of that fraction? Yes, Ben?
How do you multiply 3 over 2?
Yeah, multiply
by the reciprocal.
Right. Flip the second guy and multiply, remember? This times this is 1. So that becomes irrelevant. That's gone now. And then we have x equals. How do you guys feel about fractions in 10th, 11th grade?
I never.
Still?
I didn't like fractions.
Okay. Well, let me tell you how I do it. I just know that this is going to be 12 times my numerator is 36 divided by 2 is 18. If you can't remember that, you can always put it over 1 and multiply straight across, which is 36 over 2, which is then also 18. Okay? All right. I want you all to try that one on your own real quick. How did it go? X equals 3, yeah? All right on. Okay. You know we got to throw story problems in here. Your total cost for a book, including 6% sales tax, is $23.32. That's your total cost. What was the price of the book before the sales tax was added? So what are they asking me here? What are they asking me? What do I have to find? Okay, so that's my unknown. X is the price of the book before tax. Now, when you go buy something, you have to pay the price of the item plus the tax, don't you? Yes? Yes. And we have been told that that total gives me is this total. So if I can fill in these two things with variable situation, I know that I identified the price of the book before tax is X, and then how much is my tax? 6%, so I have to write that as 0.06. So I have to add the tax, which would be 6% of the price, and that totals 23.32. Right? The price of the book plus the tax equals this. Can I add these together? Because this is 1x, isn't it? So what does it actually become? 1. Now some of you can just jump right in and start with this equation. I have no problem with that. If you get that, that's fine. Am I done?
No.
Okay, so how do I finish this? X equals 22 bucks. That was the price of the book. I did not do that in my head. Okay? Yeah? All right, turn it over. Here we go. What is the solution of this equation? Meaning we have to solve for what? Y. You can start in any order. It doesn't matter. Your goal is to solve for y. So, Sarah, what would you do first for this? Yeah, you, Sarah.
Sorry. I would have the 16 and then 3 over the 9.
So add 16 to both sides, right? Okay, that works. Let's do that. 8y equals 13y plus 25. Okay, Cooper, what would be the next step then?
Let's subtract 13y.
Right. Why wouldn't you subtract 8y? Doesn't help, does it? It makes more steps. So subtract 13y. Do some people do this like this with the line? I kind of like that too, if that helps. If you do that, have you ever seen that before? No, it kind of keeps you, neat and in order, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to do the line. Okay, last step then would be to divide by 5, and then y equals what? Like I said, that's -5 right there. And then you divide by -5, just seeing if you're awake. Y equals -5. Okay? That's videotape too. Oh well. Okay.
Is it really?
So doable, right? Yeah.
We're videotaping?
Yes, you are.
So like even like Alex is on there?
So this is a fun one. You still have to follow order of operations, right? Can you do anything inside the parentheses?
No.
No, because they're not like terms. So then there's no exponents, so the next thing is multiply or distribute. So distribute the 4. And then bring the 5x along for the ride. It has to come with. Distribute the -3. Why did that become plus 3x? Because it's negative. Yes, yes. Okay. Does anybody that had me before, do you remember what this stands for? In SOLVE. It does stand for Dexter Community Schools, but something else in my math class. The D stands for what mathematical term do you think? What did we just do? Distribute. And then the C would stand for, what do you think? Combine, and then solve. It's the order. You got to remember, go to distribute, then you combine, then you solve. So we can combine these, can't we? 13x minus 36, -30 plus 3x. We still got some combining. We can bring the x's over. It doesn't matter what step you want to do next. Jamie, what would you do? Doesn't matter. Just choose what you would do. Oh, you can't see? Okay. Minus 3x. Okay, let's do that. So this is 10x minus 36 equals -30. You may have gone a different order. As long as your math is right, you'll still get the same answer. Yep, you'll still get the same answer. So I added 36 now. 10x equals 36. Oh, no, it doesn't. Equals 6. You're going to get a fraction. Oh, my. But that's okay. Can I have a fraction? Divide by 10. X equals 6/10, which equals 3/5. Yeah? Last time. Now, let me just explain this with a little explanation. This is an interesting story problem. It's really, there's nothing like it on the test, but I think it's kind of cool, so you might as well just watch and write it down, and it's always good to challenge yourself. So we're going to go through it and enjoy. Are you ready? Okay. It takes you 45 minutes to mow your lawn, and it takes your brother 30 minutes to mow the lawn. How long does it take you to mow the lawn if you have 2 mowers and work together? So they're kind of talking about a rate, and they're talking about the time. I need to know the time mowed. So I'm going to start by identifying. That's what I'm looking for. Now, you got 2 speeds or rates here. Your rate is, now bear with me here, I can do it 1 lawn per 45 minutes. 1 over 45 is your rate. Right? 1 lawn per 45 minutes. The brother, your brother, can do 1 lawn, how fast? 30 minutes. So that's his speed. So what I need to do is I need to know if we work together, how long will it take me to mow 1 lawn? So I'm going to say, okay, your rate plus your brother equals 1 lawn. So what happens is you mow 1 over 45. This is going to be the time that you mow at your speed, times your speed. plus your brother's speed and his time equals 1 log. The time that you mow at your speed plus the time your brother mows at his speed, and you're going to get 1 lawn done. Now you look at that and you say, that's just nasty. I don't want to deal with those fractions. You can clear them and work with a much prettier equation. Have you ever cleared fractions before? Have you seen that? What you got to do is you got to think of a common multiple, bigger, that both these numbers go into. What's the least common multiple they both go into? 90. So if you multiply everything by 90, we're going to clear these fractions. So I'm going to multiply this first fraction by 90. I have 90 times 1, which is 90, divided by 45 is 2t. Oh, that's much better. Plus, I'm going to multiply this fraction by 90. 90 times 1 is 90, divided by 30 is what? Oh, much better. But then you have to definitely multiply the last number by 90 as well. Would you rather work with that equation than that equation?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's perfectly legal. Okay? So then we combine these. We get 5t equals 90. Divide by 5. T equals 18.
He got that by himself.
Did he really? Did you use an algebraic equation, Ben? With variables? But I'm impressed still.
I just added them together. Yeah. And then 30 plus 45 is 1. No.
That's what I did.
Yeah. I got 30 minutes off.
But if you add them together, you get 75. You can't really do that because you're mowing at different speeds. And it's 75 divided by 2.